everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my September TBR. I am out of my reading slump, so obviously it's a bit ridiculously ambitious, but we're all here for it, right? So let's get into it because it's going to be long. Let's start with the books that I'm currently reading / listening to. Actually, the audiobook I'm currently listening to is this one. I am finally going to finish The Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, which is the last book in the Farseers trilogy. And so far, I've been a little so-so, but I am 60-something% into it so far. There have been 2 different twists so far, so it's getting more interested. I do feel like I'm enjoying the 3rd book more than the first 2, but a lot of people have been telling me that the universe gets bigger and much better as the series go on. So I will continue hopefully very soon the series, but yes, I'm currently listening to that one. So far so good. It's a really thick book, like 800 and something pages. As far as physical book that I'm currently reading, last month I didn't get a chance to finish it, but I still made progress with my pile of shame and just overall finally getting 2 books that I've been meaning to read forever, including this one since last year, the end of last year I think it came out. And I'm only like 100 something pages as we're talking right now, but I'm pre-filming this a few days in advance, so I might have read a little bit more. It's very easy to go through. This is the last book in the Sight trilogy by Neil Schusterman. This is Toll. I have been enjoying it. It's a YA sci-fi series, and there's a lot of political intrigue, especially so far in this one. I did have to read some summaries from the past books because, I mean, it's been a little while, but so far I'm enjoying it. Again, it's just a thick book, but I'm just flying through it because I don't know if it's because it's YA or like the writing is big, but I am very much intrigued. I started it on a different day. I was finishing another book and I read more, I think, of this book than the book I was finishing because it's so easy to go through. So definitely recommend the series in general, but enjoying it so far. I'm also actually reading a novella or short story, Defending Elysium, I think, by Brandon Sanderson. I'll put it on the screen. It's a novella part of the Skyward universe, I think. It's a YA sci-fi. I feel like everyone has been reading it. And yes, he has that one on his website, so I've been reading it. And not a lot to say, which is probably why I haven't been reading a lot of it. I think I'm about like a third into it. We'll see. Usually he tends to be really good with his ending, so I'm hoping there's going to be something substantial in that novella to make it worth reading in between the books, but the more the better from him. Now, let's talk about the books I am hoping to read this month. The first one is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I did mention I was planning on doing a reading vlog. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the reading vlog for it or just do a video reviewing all 4 of his books. Let me know which one you would prefer, but basically I would start by letting you know my thoughts on this one and maybe talk about the 3 other ones, kind of rating them like in order, which one I recommend the most, and etc, etc. Let me know what type of format you want to see and I'll do that. But yes, I'm planning on reading this one. It came out in June, I believe, end of June this year. So was it end of beginning? In June. So I'm trying to catch up. Again, the slump is gone officially. So yes, I did read the first like 5% because I had to wait somewhere and I just had my phone, so I decided to read it. And I know it's like a haunted house, but that's all I know so far. I feel like the ratings so far have been pretty positive too, so excited. Okay, let's start with the books that I do have right now with me, and then we'll go through some of the books that are newly released and then mention quickly the ones that are being released at the end of the month, just so we can all get excited, really. One newish release that I want to read this month is this one. This is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. Last time I mispronounced it, which nobody should be surprised here. This is the second book in this, what is it called? The Carl, I think, series by Hank Green. It's I always want to say YA. It's not YA. Maybe new adult or adult, whatever, sci-fi, but I feel like it's very accessible to contemporary readers because it's part of our world, and then there's just aliens, but they're kind of weird aliens. But anyway, you're following this girl, and she is a YouTuber, well, becomes YouTube famous overnight, so I feel like it's something that most people on Booktube would probably enjoy. A lot of people actually put the first book, myself included, in like their most surprising books of last year because I don't know, it took us all by surprise. So this is the second book, which we didn't know. I feel like nobody knew it was coming. So yes, I will be reading it. Again, another thick book. I feel like I've been on a kick. This one has 450 pages. So clearly I have conquered my fear of thick books because So many this year so far. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for it, but just because I'm really excited, we're gonna talk about it. Last month, I finally finished reading, I finally read, period, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And this is the second book. During the vlog, you could see me grab it, put it on my TBR because I want to know where this is going to go. I did overall enjoy it. I had some slight issues, but you know, I still overall enjoyed it. I am excited for book 2, even though book 3 will never come out. This is very thick. It's like 1,000 pages. But if I do have time to go through all the books I'm hoping to go through, I will start this one, maybe even finish it depending on how my reading goes. But yes, I need to add it. It's probably going to be my TBR next month, but you know. Another book that I am hoping to get to, we'll see how that goes, Hyperion. I really want to get to that one before the end of the year, so quickly mentioning it, but I'm hoping I will have time to read it. This is a classic sci-fi, and I have been meaning to read this forever. I'm hoping to do a video reviewing a bunch of like classic sci-fis, just mentioning my thoughts on each of them. And it's not that big, it's about 500 pages, but I had read the first chapter in a like tri-chapter book tag, and it's like slow going, and I feel like I tried it as an audiobook too, and it was a bit too heavy. It was right after my surgery, so maybe that's the reason. I think I have it on Audible, so I should like give it a second shot. But yes, either the physical book or the audiobook, I am hoping to get to that one too, which actually makes me think. Sometimes I forget to mention the books that I'm like on the waiting list at the library, so let me check that. Okay, so since September is usually when I start getting into the whole fall, you know, mystery, thriller, horror, I'm gonna do a reading vlog, and I'm gonna include a little clip right now of my main shelf, and let me know which books you would want me to include. I'm gonna probably do like a try a chapter book tag with them, so like we're gonna choose like 3 to 5 books on that shelf, and I'm gonna read the first chapter, decide which one I am the most into, and then finish it, review it. So you vote in the comment section which ones you want me to try and read. So those are all mystery thrillers. So these are your options. Choose carefully the ones you want me to read. Technically, this one is not the first in a series, but it's just representing it because it is on my Kindle. So, and then these are all the other ones that are options. I don't know a lot about them just because, frankly, I don't like knowing anything about the mystery thriller books that I'm about to read. Otherwise, I feel like it spoils it. So, yes. Vote in the comment section and I shall do a vlog. But one of them that is part of my 20 books I want to read in 2020, that actually it's on that shelf, it's Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is a classic. Is it considered a mystery horror? I do have the audiobook too, so whichever happens, because I do like to listen to audiobooks whenever I can, but that one is taking forever. But once I'm done with it, this is an option. I feel like I've been wanting to read that since literally forever. Another possible thing that I'm a little nervous about that one, because the reviews have not been super positive, is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, the author of The Night Circus, which I feel like the reviews were so high for that book, and I had been kind of about it overall. It was one of the first book I got around to reading when I started Booktube, and the hype was so high that it left me a little disappointed, but still excited to try that one. Okay, so I made you vote on the community tab. This was the poll. I should learn to not give you a stupid third option because everyone always picks it. But I asked if you wanted me to do a reading vlog on Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. Basically Twilight number 5. I know some people are worried that I'm just gonna be bashing it, but like I'm genuinely wanting to read it. Like obviously it's probably not going to be, well, it's not going to be great literature. I'm not expecting it to be like that. I just want, like, teenage Emily wants to read it basically. So yes, I will be doing a reading vlog since like 85% I think of you said one version or the other that was a yes. So, oh, and by the way, since you voted for it, yes, during the reading vlog, Emily shall wear some fangs. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll manage. 2 arcs that I'm hoping to get to. The first one is by Sylvain Neuvel, the author of the, I can't remember, the Robot One series, and also The Test, which is a great novella. He's coming out with a history of what comes next, which I know nothing about except that he's the author. So I'm hoping to get to that one. And also, I think this is the one that I'm the most excited about arc-wise, is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab, which I've been dying to read this. It's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, like a love story between a French woman, and the Devil on like 300 years or something. I'll let you know once I read it, but it's coming out soon-ish, I believe. Let me double check. I feel like it's either this month or next month. Yeah, it's coming out October 6th, so I'm hoping to read it before then to let you know, my wrap-up if it's worth it or not, but I'm very excited, so I'm hoping it is. Books that are actually being released, I believe September 29th, so I won't have time to read them this month, but I just wanted to announce that they're coming out like now, so you can also get excited, prepare yourself to either pre-order or just put your name on the waiting list at the library. The first one is The Midnight Library by Matt Egg. It's one of my most anticipated book release of 2020. If I remember correctly, also the premise is that someone that dies goes to that library and they kind of can see all the books / all the options of their life, like in between life or death. I don't remember exactly. Again, I will read it as soon as I can. I am super excited for it. And then last but not least, there is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, which is coming out again the same day. I am not gonna lie, I'm reading this because there's a magical school setting, which I will always read those books, but I'm a little nervous just because I really did not care for Uprooted by her. I read it 2 years ago, I think, or tried 2-3 years ago, and I had to DNF it because I had so many issues with it. But again, school setting. I'm giving a second chance to the author to just, make me like her book, so fingers crossed. But I know a lot of people liked her other series, so check that one out too. I feel like I have more books I want to put, but like this is already pretty ridiculous. I did read more last month than like in the last couple of months, but still, let's chill a little. So this is going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, subscribe. Please let me know in the comment section if you have read any of these books, what you thought of them, or if you want to also share the books you're looking forward to reading this month, please let me know. And I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out. And I shall see you in my next video very soon. Bye.